Here's his 2-2. And there it is to finish off Ohtani.
There's the release point, and there's the splitter that drops, and the hitters just don't see this. 7.1 feet at the height of release, and his fastball command is going to be very, very huge against a Dodger team that doesn't expand the zone.
The 1-2, another breaking pitch is flied into center field. Andy Pages comes on, and Blake Snell gets out of this bases loaded jam. That's up the middle and through. Base hit center field from Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez comes home. The Dodgers are on the board first. Kike Hernandez again getting the job done in the postseason. Bottom of the order for the Dodgers, getting the game's first run.
Another slider over the middle of the plate. You cannot live there. You cannot. And he's going to have to make an adjustment. When the Dodgers realize he doesn't have his fastball or not willing to go to his fastball a lot, they can sit on the off-speed pitches.
Comes. He struck him out. Slider gets Pages 2 away. Here we go with the bases loaded. It's Shohei Ohtani. Grounder, fair. Guerrero beats him to the bag, and Yosavage limits the damage to 1. The straw strikes him out. First of the game for Snell, and the 1 gone in this second inning. Check swing, hit the bat at strike 3. That's a foul tip for strike 3.
Rather unfortunate there. He nicked the ball.
Springer with a cue shot to first. Freeman has no play at second. Turns and throws to first. It's not in time. Throw to third. They got him. Wow, the ball getting tossed all over the diamond. First, Freeman looks to second. Then he goes to first and back across the diamond for a second. They're looking like a high-level Little League game where they get Ernie Clement and Blake Snell with an adventurous first couple innings. His payoff is poked through the right side, a base hit for Smith. Here comes Betts. Straw's throw goes into second, and they've got Freeman hung up. Here comes a tag from Clement. He'll run him back to the bag. It is 2-0 Dodgers. Will Smith drives in Mookie Betts.
Freddie with a rare base running error. And this is just, again, good hitting by a Dodger team that has really put Savage in a tough spot.
Muncy chases a splitter for strike 3. Damage against him. He's down on strikes here for the first out of the third. And there is that changeup that Snell rode against Milwaukee. Roller to first, and Freddie Freeman to go to second 1. Back to first, they turn 2 with a jump throw from Betts. Starting this fourth for his Dodgers, and he's down swinging over a slider. Strikeout number 4 for Trey Yosavage. 1-2. Over the top of a slider. Throwing that pitch more than ever tonight, and he's got his 5th K. Varsho. In the air to center field. Pages going back. Turns. Watches. And it's gone. And tied. Dalton Varsho locks game 1.
He just guessed right. First pitch fastball, and he let it eat. That jacket has gotten a lot of use in the postseason. They hope it's going to extend well beyond what the stitching in that thing holds it apart. But fastball, he just went and attacked. Straightaway center, no doubt about it. And we got a new ball game.
Emmett Sheehan for Ernie Clement. Tie game, bases loaded, nobody out. Middle infield back, corners even with the bags. Clement scratches 1 through. Blue Jays take the lead. Station to station, 3-2. Ernie Clement delivers again.
Just something different about this team when runners get on. Hyper focus, yeah. Committed to their plan, yeah. But making contact and taking advantage of pitches that don't break out of the zone. Everybody who thought that this was going to be a fairly easy series for the Los Angeles Dodgers, you're getting an example of why it won't be.
Now another 3-2. He's walked him, and it's 4-2 Toronto. Base hit to right field from Jimenez. Again, 90 feet apiece. 5-2 Blue Jays. Bottom of the order, telling the story once again.
They're tough at home. The splitter there just hung in the zone. They're tough with runners on. And if you talk to their manager, they're tough, period.
Anthony Banda in for the Dodgers to face the pinch hitter Barger. Barger sends a towering drive. Right center field. Kiss it goodbye. And Barger has connected on a grand slam to break open game 1 and start this place shaking.
Well, he hit a fly ball. And he guaranteed his teammate was going to come up, but I didn't see a situation where his teammate might come up with nobody on. And that grand slam, wow.
Here's a high drive off of the bat of Kirk, sailing back there to center. Does it have enough? You bet. Double digits for the Jays in game one. What a statement from Toronto.
Like I said, he's the perfect guy to talk about what the Toronto Blue Jays kind of do.
A 9 spot.
I don't remember too many 9 spots in a World Series, I can tell you that. Oh.
Left it there, hit in the air to right field. Back it goes. It is gone. Yeah. Sky scraping home run from Shohei Ohtani. Left it over the plate, and Ohtani didn't miss. That's the fastest run around the bases I've ever seen. Right on the heels of Tommy Edman. Statement made by the Jays in game one. They pour 11 on this dominant pitching staff. We mentioned that the 4 times that one team swept a series and the other played 7 met head-to-head in the World Series. The team that did the sweep 0-4 in the World Series. Not just 0-4 in the World Series, they've only won 2 games total in those 4 World Series. John Schneider's team just keeps on going. 11-4 over the Dodgers in game 1 of the World Series. First World Series game in Canada in 3 decades. And they did not disappoint. Chance for Will Smith. Up the middle, base hit center field. And the Dodgers, with 2 out in the first inning, get on the board. A double from Freeman, a single from Smith, and it's 1-0. Quickly off of the deck after they got beaten down in game 1.
Good piece of hitting, slider away, and you go with it. Right up the middle.
His World Series debut.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Curve gets him swinging. Just the 4th strikeout of the playoffs of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. To first and caught by Freeman on the fly. Both runners back to the bag. And a chance for Yamamoto to get out of this unscathed. There it goes. It's a curve that falls in for strike 3. And Varsho, like a house by the side of the road, watches it. Payoff from Gausman. He's down on a fastball. And there's that 1-2-3 inning. Strike 3 called on Barger. Fastball in there at the knees. Down this time on the high fastball. 4th K for Yamamoto. Plate. Sends a high drive to center field that is plenty deep enough to tie up game 2. Here comes George Springer. It's 1-1. Alejandro Kirk gets it done. Restful time, a low stress moment. 10 consecutive outs for Kevin Gausman. His 2-2. Got him with a splitter.
This one was nasty. I told you normally you don't want him down and in, and that one stayed on top. You stay behind it, and it drops off the table.
The 1-2. Right back there to strike him. A curve gets him to wave and miss. Yoshinobu Yamamoto with his 5th strikeout of the game against this deadly Toronto offense. Who blinks first? 17 straight retired by Gausman. Will Smith, who comes up here, singled. The 3-2. High drive deep to left field. It's Smith with a big swing into the second deck. He's given the Dodgers the lead in the 7th. His first extra base hit of the postseason couldn't have come at a better time for LA.
And one of the first pitch location mistakes for Gausman.
Dodgers had not had a base runner since the first inning. Then bang, 2-1 LA.
Max Muncy doesn't usually expand too often, but seeing slow, and then fastball might get him to do it.
Fastball lifted in the air, deep left field. Lucas going back, opposite field bomb. Max Muncy with a 2nd solo shot of the inning. The Dodgers riding the long ball to the lead in game 2.
That pitch is that belt high. It needs to be up higher to get that above the barrel of the bat, and he goes the other way.
In the dirt, kicks away. Here comes Pages. He'll score standing up. Wild pitch on the first one that Hoffman throws. Will Smith with the bases loaded. Bouncing ball to short. Could get him out of the inning. There's one over to first, not in time. And a run comes to the back door. Fouled into the glove, strike 3. Strikes out Springer with a fastball. That thing blazing to the top of the zone. Yamamoto's 7th. His 1-2 to Lucas. Is a fastball to the knees to get him looking. He strikes out the side in the 8th. Something special brewing here for Yoshinobu Yamamoto, trying to join the likes of Oral Hershiser to deal back-to-back complete game wins in the postseason. Curve off the end of the bat. Freeman to first, 1 away in the 9th. Kirk sends a line drive to center field. Justin Dean is there. 2 gone in the 9th. Mastery. The word keeps popping up. Mastery. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Left side. Yamamoto goes the distance again. World Series mastery. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Game 2 of the World Series against the Blue Jays, has thrown a complete game, retiring the final 20 that he faces. 9 strikeouts, no walks, simply dazzling.
You're probably going to win.
He blazes a fastball by him to strike him out with 98. That with that extension feels like 101.
Second, 2 down, 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Scherzer bounces back off the leadoff double and caps off the inning with a curve to punch out Smith.
Early on.
First, oh boy. Everybody's confused. Varsho's thrown his back. Bichette's wandered off of the base and he's out.
You got a perfect storm here. You got the hitter seeing the runner gets a ball, but he called it a strike. And then he looks and goes, well, it's got to be a ball because there goes the runner. And it was like in slow motion. Everyone realized a little too late. And he goes, wait, where are you going?
This here. Here he comes. It is a fastball to finish him off. Hernandez drills one. Left field. Forget about it. Dodgers strike first in a loud way. And the full experience of Teoscar Hernandez from one day to the next, from a 4-strikeout game in Game 2 to a home run to start the scoring in Game 3.
Max is going to want that pitch back. Curveball gives him a chance to catch up. And as you said it, probably going to hit 2 home runs.
In the postseason, it's 2. Everything at this time of year gets amplified times 10. Comes back in. It's lifted to deep right field. Towards the corner. Goodbye. Ohtani goes deep. And the Dodgers lead Game 3 on a pair of solo home runs, 2-0. We came inside, and Ohtani went to where he's comfortable going right now.
Well, he sped him up with the curveball. And what I mean by speeding up, he knows now a fastball is going to come, and he's going to get the barrel of the bat as quick as he can to it. But that's why Ohtani is pretty special.
Breaking ball, drilled to left center field. Pages going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall, and it's gone. Kirk has changed Game 3 with a 3-run shot.
Good high ball hitter sitting on a pitch up. He gets a high curve ball, almost as if he was sitting on it. This inning was crucial for the Toronto Blue Jays offense, and they came through in a big way.
Had not scored since the 3rd inning of Game 2. It's a home run from Kirk, his 5th of the postseason in every sense of the word. Here's Jimenez driving a ball to deep center field. Pages is going back, feels for the wall, makes the catch, plenty deep enough to score. Barger, throw to second, dive, and he's safe.
Ooh, that was closer than John Snyder wanted to see. He's going to have to get the runner to touch home before, if he were to get thrown out at second. So the runner cannot take it for granted.
Pitcher in Mason Fluharty. A breaking ball is drilled to left center field, slicing towards the gap. And off the warning track, up against the wall. Hernandez headed home. There is no throw. It's a ringing double from Ohtani. His 3rd extra base hit of the game has made it 4-3.
Can't throw great hitters the same pitch and expect to have great results.
And so he's done it again at Dodger Stadium. 6 for his last 6 here. Down the line, fair ball in a tie game. Freddie Freeman comes through again. Locked at 4.
Well, the breaking ball in the zone right over the bag.
Well, we talk about the Dodger bullpen struggles. The Blue Jays pen, a concern for them as well. The Dodgers jump on Mason Fluharty, the 2 lefties that he's brought on to face. Get run-scoring hits against him, and we're back at square one. There goes Hernandez. There's a ground ball to short. Long throw. Hernandez not going to get there. Throw to 3rd. Bang, bang, he's out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This time, Bichette down the line, a fair ball. Ricochets back into play. Teoscar Hernandez scrambles after it. How fast can Vlad run? Throw to the plate. Play at the plate. He's safe. He scores from first. Toronto leads Game 3. Wow. Smacks home plate. And it's 5-4 Blue Jays in the 7th.
Location is the most important thing.
Ohtani on a center cut fastball. Blast one. And ties it. Shohei. 5-5. Once in forever, Shohei Ohtani. He has tied Game 3 with his second home run of the night. And he's tied Frank Isbell as the only guys in World Series history 4 extra base hits in one game.
Unbelievable. Location, location, location. You cannot miss there.
On a 3-2, Varsho pulls it off Freeman's glove and down the line. Trying to fill off the heads for third. Edmonds throw. There's a play. He's out.
This is such a great play by Edmonds.
Saki's 1-1. Strong. Grounds one left side. Muncie's got it. Short way to second to the bottom of the ninth. Off the hands, right side. Vlad Guerrero Jr. puts it away and sends it to the 11th. Walk-off hits. Sends one in the air to left center field, and Miles Straw camps under it to send this game to the 12th inning. More time. Bouncing ball to second. Edman hurries. Over to first in time. Tommy Edman. Another play on defense. And Clayton Kershaw like he's never done before.
What a play by Tommy Edman on a slow roller to the right side.
To center field. Varsho's going back. Onto the track. Just enough for home.
14th inning coming up. The Great Escape by Eric Lauer.
5 years of age. Schneider's down on a high fastball. He takes strike 3. Will Clark. You can always trust him. Sends this ball towards left center field. Varsho on the run. He's still going. He gets there and saves the day. The World Series. 2 scoreless innings. It was the fastball, and it was by him. 4th strikeout for Will Klein in 2 2/3 scoreless innings. Caught by Klein. Oh, a breakout hero in the World Series. And Mookie Betts pops it up for Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's got it. Thrown more than 30. Unbelievable stuff from Will Klein. He'll talk about his name forever. It doesn't matter what he does the rest of his life. The name Will Klein is going to live on.
Game 3 of the World Series comes to the bottom of the 18th inning. 5-5, both teams with 5 runs and 15 hits. Freddie Freeman leading off against the lefty Brendan Little.
11:50 in Los Angeles. Freeman sends a fly ball to center field. Varsho's going back before the catch. Strikes McKay. Freddie Freeman has ended it. It's a repeat hero with the last word on a Game 3 classic.
Freddie Freeman, Mr. World Series, ends the marathon at midnight. He is mobbed at home plate as the Dodgers walk it off in the bottom of the 18th inning. 6-5 the final to grab a 2-1 series lead.
To get through what he did last night and get through a game on the mound.
Popped up down the left field line. Kike Hernandez is over to the center. Makes the catch. Wow! Fresh off of last night's craziness. Ohtani gets him on 3 pitches. Pops it up. Right side of the diamond, last night's hero, Freddie Freeman, waits on it to come down. It is coming to the plate. It is a fastball, and it's lifted to deep right field. Barger goes back on it. Steps onto the warning track, plenty deep enough to bring home the game's first run. Kike Hernandez knocks in Max Muncy. The Dodgers go walk, single, sacrifice fly, and lead Game 4. There's a fly ball to deep left center field. Headed back there. It is gone. Vlad Jr. gives the Jays the lead. The franchise face putting the team on his back.
I'll tell you, this guy's amazing, and he's ready for everything. I mean, this is the first mistake that Ohtani has made, and he didn't get it back. And he can appreciate that because he does that to every other pitcher when he's at the plate.
7th of the postseason for Guerrero. He leads off. On a 2-2 from Bieber, he fouls it into the glove. Bieber made his best changeup of the night to strike him out. Inning for Shohei Ohtani. Breaking pitch gets him swinging, but it was over the plate.
Yeah, patient from this point on.
Fouled into the glove, but that's back-to-back strikeouts where he didn't put it where he wanted it. Came in to score the Dodgers run on a sacrifice fly from Kike Hernandez. This time he gets the better of him with his second strikeout of the night. 4. Strikes out Jimenez with a back foot slide right in the 7th. Strike 3. Sword from John Tumpane, the home plate umpire. Second time that Bieber has struck out his pitching counterparts. Comes through with a base hit to left center field. Varsha's in to score, and it's 3-1. Andres Jimenez battling with 2 strikes.
That was more like Blue Jays baseball that you've been seeing throughout the playoffs. Runners in scoring position, they have been stingy. This is literally put the bat on the ball and see what happens.
John Schneider has dipped into his bench right here. He sends up Ty France to pinch hit for Nathan Lucas. It was high, he let it fly. Bouncer right side. Only play is at first. The run comes through the back door. And an RBI and a pinch hit ground out from Ty France. There's another shot to deep left. Over the head of Hernandez and against the wall. Bichette hangs on with a long single, and it's 5-1 Blue Jays.
Looking for that first one from Bichette to really let it go, and he did. It's the first missile he's pulled, and you know he's been waiting for this moment. Gets a hanging breaking ball.
Blake Treinen has now faced 8 hitters in this World Series and given up hits to 5 of them. 2 on, 2 out. Barger. Ground ball left side. Pass Mookie Betts, and it's 6-1. A 4th spot for the Jays in the 7th.
Well, what happens with Blake Treinen when you're not 100% is that sinker that is so nasty, has a bowling ball drop off the table effect. It's just not as effective.
Line drive left field. Miles Straw puts it away. And the Blue Jays have tied this series up. After the gut-wrenching loss last night that might have just wiped a lesser team off, the Blue Jays bounce back and win it 6-2.
Very impressive. You know both teams were running on fumes, but the team that had the most adrenaline was the team that won last night, and that was the Dodgers, and give the Blue Jays a lot of credit.
Here he comes off and go in Game 5 with a fastball that's hit in the air to deep left field. Call to the track. It's on the first pitch of Game 5. Davis Schneider into George Springer's shoes and doing a great impression. How about that? Ready for a first pitch fastball and an ambush to start Game 5 with a bang.
That jacket has been super important to the Blue Jays, and ironically, that's the first solo home run in the World Series by the Blue Jays.
Punched on the very first pitch, and now Vlad Jr. hooks a ball down the left field line. They've got back-to-back to start Game 5. 3 pitches in, 2-0 Toronto. Wow.
You wonder when 2 heavyweights are going at each other, who is going to deliver the first blow? Well, they were ready to hit the fastball. You felt like Snell was going to establish his fastball tonight. I don't know if that's ever happened in his career where the first 2 hitters have hit home runs. Pitches and adjusts, just like that.
That's the changeup to get the first out of the ball game. Savage home with an 0-2, and he strikes him out, finishing off a 1-2-3 first inning, and a first inning for the Blue Jays that could not have gone better. 2. It's cut on and missed. Pitch to his boy is swung on and missed. He finished it with a splitter.
This splitter has such great late action in the strike zone.
And he's used it to get 3 consecutive strikeouts, retiring the first 5 in Game 5. And he's using everything perfectly balanced. 8 fastballs, 8 splitters, 7 sliders. Swing and a miss from Tommy Edman, and he strikes out the side in the 2nd. This time Snell strikes him out. He strikes out Kirk.
Good so far.
He strikes out Muncy with a slider to the knees, and it's 5 in a row. Here's a high drive. Forget about it. Kike Hernandez finds the seats. First of the World Series for Kike Hernandez, and the Dodgers are on the board.
He's been working on keeping that front shoulder in, and boy, did he. Fastball location. Obviously, a pitcher knows right now he's just looking for a new ball. He doesn't have to turn around and see how far it goes. You know when you release it. There's no timeouts.
Ohtani is swung on and missed. Swings himself out of his helmet out of the plate. Clement lines the ball to center field. Kike Hernandez makes the catch. Here comes Varsho. Hernandez's throw flat-footed, has no chance. And the Blue Jays take advantage of the defensive misplay to make it 3-1. And nothing since. Kiner-Falefa tries to lay off, but couldn't. Jimenez, Snell delivers. Tries to lay off, couldn't. Back-to-back strikeouts during splitter. And there it is again.
He's comfortable in the release point right now.
That is 8 strikeouts for Trey Savage.
You see that splitter so connected.
All 3 pitches doing what he wants. Pop fly back of the diamond, and Trey Savage, first time there's a little pressure against him, does not break. They strand 2. 0-2 from Snell. Bounces it back to him. Snell go to second one. Edman to first. Double play. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with a splitter and has 9 in Game 5 of the World Series. 3-2. Call. Chases what would have been ball 4. And Trey Savage has 10 strikeouts. A swing and a miss and an 11th strikeout for Trey Savage. He has now tied Smokey Joe Wood for the most strikeouts in a World Series game for a pitcher 22 or younger. Davis Schneider got him with a change. And that will be the end of the line for Blake Snell. Dave Roberts will go down to his young flamethrowing righty Henriquez as Snell finishes off his night with his 7K. Vlad Jr. overthrows it to the backstop, and here comes Barger. 4-1 Toronto. A single and 3 wild pitches to allow Barger to go first to home. For Bichette, here comes. Shot to right field, a base hit. Here comes Jimenez. Hernandez's throw heads for third. It is not in time, and it's 5-1. And the Blue Jays have another multi-run inning.
RBI king for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Freeman. There's a dozen for Trey Savage.
Well, what this shows me is John Schneider is looking at the results more than he's looking at anything else. I told you before, you got to throw away stats and tendencies when you're in a 1 game where your pitcher is having a moment. Don't go to the stats when he's having a moment.
Chopper to third, Clement to second, over to first, double play! A World Series masterpiece from 22-year-old Trey Savage. About a month and a half ago, nobody outside of the most diehard Blue Jays fans or prospect fans would have known the name Trey Savage. Everybody going to know him now. 12 strikeouts in Game 5 of the World Series, and he holds the defending champions to just a run over 7 innings. Kind of for left, but past the drawn-in infield to make it 6-1. Single, wild pitch, productive out of Game 5. And the Blue Jays are headed home, 1 win from a championship. And it was a child who led them tonight. 22-year-old Trey Savage, 12 strikeouts. Only the 12th time in World Series history somebody's done that. And he's right there with Bob Gibson. 12+ strikeouts and a win in a World Series game. The Jays are 1 win away from their first title in 32 years. Here's a 2-2, and he strikes out Ohtani to start Game 6.
Wait.
Here he comes. There's he sticking with the splitter. Back-to-back Ks. 2 out in the first. Kevin Gausman, a chance to strike out the side. That's it. Ground ball to third. Muncy with another chance. This time he starts a double play. Home with an 0-2. And another splitter for a 4th strikeout. And aggressive. He finished him off in 2-2. Strike 3 to the outside corner. Hooked down the left field line towards the corner. It is a fair ball. Will Smith delivers a 2-out double. And the first hit with a runner in scoring position in days for LA. 2 from Gausman to Betts. Base hit left field. Ohtani's in to score. Here comes Will Smith. Throw to the plate's not in time. Betts breaks through, and so do the Dodgers. Oh, an exhale and the monkey off his back. The Dodgers lead Gausman and the Blue Jays 3-0.
All of the swing and misses and the efforts to get what looked like 3 perfect innings, now trailing 3-0.
Swing is missed. He shoots one to right center field. My goodness. George Springer gets the Jays on the board through biting pain.
He's got so much adrenaline trying to muster up, and when you make contact, it's a lot better than when you swing and miss. And 3-0, he sold out. That's a huge run for the Blue Jays, and a validation for Springer.
Strike 3 call this time. A splitter to the knees to get him. Varsho chops it to second. Rojas to second one. Over to first. The second double play of the game for Yamamoto. Got him. Tied him up with that splitter for strike 3, but it took him 9 pitches. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out. Yamamoto gets out of the first jam of the ball game with a strikeout of Varsho and keeps the lead 3-1. The bullpen had 9 outs in it tonight. There's a Baltimore chop along first. Pick up. Rojas got him. Oh, Miguel Rojas. Do or die play for out number 2 of the 7th.
That's the only way he could have got him.
7th. This time he's down on a fastball. A roar from Robleski. Stepping into the spotlight and delivering. On 2 out, a 2-1. Grounder to second, the Rojas gloves. Over to first, that's the inning. Roki Sasaki tiptoes his way out of the 8th inning. 7. Jimenez floats one, left field. Hernandez makes the catch. Back to second. Game 7 tomorrow night. It's a game-ending double play. Kike Hernandez to Miguel Rojas.
Jimenez flips it into left field. Hernandez charging. He makes the catch. The throw back to second. Here's the play. The tag. He's out. Kike Hernandez to Miguel Rojas. And the ball game is over.
Well, this ball hangs up enough, and you can see right away that Kike was going right to second.
Blue Jays are taking a look, but as the replays show, Hernandez to Rojas, who picks it. And baseball moves to November. Unreal. What a game. What a series. What a season of baseball. The Dodgers have forced Game 7 by the narrowest of margins. The Blue Jays had 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. Tomorrow's supposed starting pitcher, Tyler Glasnow, comes on. And just like that, he's out of it. 2 best words in baseball. Game 7. Here. It's a fastball to get him. Springer was running. He's tagged, and that's the inning.
So it turns into a strike him out, throw him out, double play on a pitch that looked like it was outside from Guerrero. The first inning ends like that. Springer and all of Toronto stunned.
Another 1-2. And he got him with a fastball. Ohtani gets out of the bases loaded. Bo Bichette was the best hitter in baseball this year with runners in scoring position. He hit .380. Fly ball deep center. Edmonds going back. The ball is gone long. 3-run home run. Bo Bichette.
Breaking ball, and he was all over it.
The Jays on the board first. In one swing, Bo Bichette makes it 3-0 and chases Shohei Ohtani from Game 7. Team in the World Series. Lines the ball to center field. Varsho lays out, and he made the catch. Smith is in to score. It's 3-1, but Dalton Varsho's Gold Glove in center field shows up again. There's 2-0. Edman pulls one down the line. Stop and catch by Vlad Jr. He has used the World Series stage to show everybody that he's more than a slugger.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. diving into foul territory to get Edman and end the inning.
Vlad cracks one in the air to center field, but it hangs up for Tommy Edman.
No problems for Tommy Edman, who's perfectly positioned and to drift over to his left, maybe 8 feet or so.
Freddie Freeman climbs the ladder, flies it to center, got it off the end of the bat, and we are halfway home in Game 7. The Blue Jays with a 3-1 lead. It's 1-1. Edman flies it to center field. Varsho sizes it up. Here comes Betts. Here comes the throw. It's way up the line, and it's a 1-run game. Sacrifice fly from Tommy Edman, and it's 3-2 in the 6th.
Well, Dodgers had to cash in this inning. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. They got the 1. They're looking to keep it going.
Here it comes. It is a bouncing ball up the first base line. Bassett is there. Tags him in the line and ends the inning. Dodgers get 1, but Strand 2. Game 7. A 1-run affair as we go to the bottom of the 6th. The chance to do that here is into right center field. Hernandez will not get there. And it's 4-2 Blue Jays. Andres Jimenez out of the 9th spot one more time.
Such a huge run here after the Dodgers clawed back to get within 1.
It's 2-1. Chopper to first. Gun to second 1. Back to first. 2. And 6. 6 is the number for the Blue Jays. Away from snapping a 32-year drought. The 1-1 from the Savage. Muncy hits a high drive to deep right field. Headed for the pole and gone. Max Muncy brings the Dodgers back to within one with a no-doubt shot. It's 4-3 in the 8th.
Well, Max Muncy said, I'm going to wait back here in my stance and get a hanger anyways, and he got it.
Drilled to left field and deep and gone! No way! Miguel Rojas! Dave Roberts played his gut. The guy hadn't had a hit in a month. And in the 9th inning of Game 7, he's hit a tying home run. The most unlikely source has changed Game 7. It's tied at 4. Rojas has given the Dodgers life.
Miguel Rojas off the bench in Game 6, on the board in Game 7.
This crowd, well, we talked about it in another series. This has turned into a library here. Miguel Rojas, he took the 2-2 pitch, the slider upstairs, and he took the next pitch out of the ballpark. And
Varsho, roller to second. Rojas comes home in time, and it's Miguel Rojas who ties it in the top of the 9th, saves it in the bottom of the 9th. 2 out. Miguel Rojas, who was completely out of the picture 48 hours ago, has changed this World Series dramatically twice. Now Barger's the winning run. Fly ball to left field. Hernandez on the run with Pages over his head. Pages runs him over, makes the catch, sends Game 7 to the 10th. Incredible.
Pages reaches up and makes the catch as he crashes into Kike. Oh my gosh, we're going to extra innings.
Chopper, right side, not an easy play. Vlad feeds Dominguez, beat him to the bag. Toronto's out of the bases loaded jam. Smith hits a high fly ball to deep left field. It's got a chance. It is gone. It's Will Smith in Game 7. And in the 11th inning of Game 7, the Dodgers lead for the first time.
What a I just got done saying that somebody's going to be remembered. It could be Will Smith.
Second home run of the postseason. He won Game 2 with a home run against Kevin Gausman. And if the Dodgers can get 3 more outs, they'll have won Game 7. World Series could end on one swing in either direction. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kirk bounces one up the middle. Bats to the bag. Over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles. Clayton Kershaw's major league career ends as he watches his team win a Game 7 epic. It didn't look like they had any shot in this one until the very end, when an unsung hero, a most unlikely hero, Miguel Rojas, tied the game with a home run. With all the focus on the man that was on deck, Shohei Ohtani, it was Rojas who delivered the shock. And then it was Will Smith who delivered the game-winning home run in the top of the 11th inning. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto, legendary stuff, wins 3 games in this World Series. A complete game in Game 2. His team faces elimination in Game 6. And then like Randy Johnson, like Grover Cleveland Alexander, like some of the all-time greats, Yoshinobu Yamamoto finishes off Game 7.
Unbelievable. That's just the only word I can say. Unbelievable.
5-4 in Game 7.